Ghetto, Friday, March 6th, hype intro music blasting. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody listening across this beautifully chaotic planet we're all surviving together. Welcome to Earth is Ghetto, and I'm your host. Love and listen. Before we do anything else, let me just say this loud for the people in the back. It's finally Friday. We made it. Through the alarms, through the traffic, through the emails that could have been a text, through coworkers who reply all for absolutely no reason. Somehow, some way, we survived another week on Earth. So whether you're in the car, on the train, at work pretending to be busy, cleaning the house, or just trying to keep your sanity intact, welcome in. You're exactly where you need to be. Now here's how we're doing it today on Earth is Ghetto. First up, we're starting the show the right way, with a little inspiration. Because no matter how wild this world gets, you still deserve a reminder that you've got purpose, power, and another shot at doing something great today. After that, we're sliding into the deuce. Yeah, you know what it is. We're talking about what's happening out here in these streets, the headlines, the real life situations that make you look at the sky and say, yep, Earth really is ghetto. And then, to wrap it all up, because laughter is necessary for survival, we're closing the show with comedy. Because if you can't laugh at life on this planet, you might lose your mind. So grab your coffee, turn the volume up, shake off whatever the week tried to throw at you. Because for the next little while, we're going to reset the vibe. This is Earth is Ghetto. It's Friday, March 6th, and you're rocking with your host, Love. Let's get into it. Music rock.
When you know what you're supposed to do in time, with your time, it will reveal confused lovers. It's about to be good, y'all. Tag somebody. Tell them to come in the room. When you are able to understand and know what you're supposed to do with your time while you're in time, it will reveal confused lovers. What is that? These are people who really think they love you. Like they do. They're not trying to hurt you. They genuinely think that they love you, but they're confused with the fact they only love what they can get from you. They're confused lovers. They will tell you they love you and they genuinely believe that they love you, but they only love what they can get from you. So when you make a decision with your time, there it is, when you make a decision with your time, and you're making a choice that is in the best interest of your mental health, best interest of your peace, the best interest for your spiritual evolution, how they respond and how they react to that decision that you made that's in the best interest for yourself will reveal organic lovers from confused lovers. Because those who genuinely and organically love you, when you make decisions that are in the best interest of your healing, I love when you do that. When you make decisions that are in the best interest of your mental health, I love when you do that. When you make decisions that are in the best interest of your spiritual growth and you growing in Christ, I love when you do that. But those who are confused lovers can't stand when you make a decision that benefits you, but it doesn't benefit them. See? And when I know what I'm supposed to do with my time, it will increase the frequency of my no. Because in life, you will get a lot of requests. But when I know what I'm supposed to do with my time, I'll tell you no, not trying to be mean. It's just because this is labeled as a time waster because I know what I'm supposed to do with my time. And how they respond and react to your no. How they respond and react to your no will reveal if this is somebody who organically loves me or if this is somebody who is a confused lover. They think that they love me, but they only love what the relationship does for them. I tried to get us to understand. One of the subtle tactics of the enemy on how he gets us to waste time is by getting us in cycles. And the reason I was so passionate about it is because I believe I'm talking to cycle breakers. I believe I'm talking to the one that is going to shift something in their bloodline. See, listen, you have to understand, if you are a cycle breaker, it might cause for a season of your life for you to be alone. When you are a cycle breaker, you will get a lot of backlash. When you are a cycle breaker, you will get misunderstood. But I want us to get to this place. Don't sabotage your future peace because familiar chaos is comfortable. You're a cycle breaker. You're a cycle breaker. Like, it's going to be your testimony, but it's going to be their syllabus. See, it's going to be your testimony, but it's going to be their curriculum. It's going to be your testimony, but it's going to be their test book. It's going to be your testimony, but it's going to give you revenue. See, listen, y'all, God is so cold. God is so awesome where he can orchestrate events to where you are now getting paid for what you went through.
What would you tell a man who is called gifted his whole life, but has nothing to show for it?
You are now getting paid for what you went through. Like, you wrote it down in a book, how you survived that heartbreak, how you overcame that trauma, and it could become a New York bestseller. That wasn't your goal, that wasn't your focus, but God knows how to orchestrate things so much so where I could transition the trauma into triumph. I can give you Bible all day. Bible all day. Pharaoh told all of the midwives, if it's a boy, kill him. One of the main blueprint strategies of hell to kill the man. He said, all male babies, kill him. And when Moses' mother could not hide Moses anymore, she put him in a basket and he started to drift down the Nile. Now, Pharaoh's daughter discovered Moses and said, this is such a beautiful baby. We have to nurse him. And they ended up getting Moses' mama to nurse her own son and paid her. So now she's getting paid to do what she would have done for free. Read your Bible. I promise the Bible's good. It's good. Like, I'm paying you, Moses. I'm paying you, Moses' mom, to nurse your own son, and you would have done that for free. Because God knows how to orchestrate events to where what you have gone through, people will pay you to tell them, how did you do that? Keynote speaker, podcast opportunities, because God will always get the glory out of your faithfulness to him in the midst of your story. This is so good, y'all. And I've discovered sometimes adulthood is just us discovering that our childhood experiences came from mentally unstable people. It took for me to become an adult to discover what mama did, daddy did, that was like mentally unhealthy. And now I have the opportunity to change that so that the cycle stops with me. Can I get somebody to put in the room, it stops with me. It stops with me. But there's that conjunction. But there is this boulder that's getting in the way of us experiencing organic joy. There is this joy tranquilizer, if you will, that's getting in the way of us experiencing real joy. There is this blockade that's getting in the way of us experiencing joy, and I want to reveal it to you. It is causing for us to not enjoy seasons and processes. I want us to see this from this passage of scripture. I do not have time to exegete all of it. I will exegete all of it on Sunday for part 1 of our new series, Exit Strategies. But I want to bring this scripture to your attention. Hebrews chapter 12. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. It says, therefore we also, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily ensnares us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. Let us lay aside every weight and the sin. I'm really going to park on the sin aspect on Sunday. But on tonight, for this particular therapy session, I want to park on the weight. This passage of scripture is letting us know there is a race that is set before you. There is a race that is set before you that you are supposed to run. But what is limiting and what is affecting our ability to run is weights and sin. The sin is not a weight, but that weight can lead to sin. Lay aside every weight, and the weight that is getting in the way of our joy, the weight that is causing for a lot of us to have anxiety, the weight that's causing a lot of us to have insomnia, the weight that is causing for a lot of us to be barren with our gifts is the weight of being too hard on yourself. It's coming, y'all. All of that to get to this point. There is a weight that is getting in the way of us enjoying seasons, of us enjoying the process, of us enjoying the surgery. And that weight is the weight of being too hard on yourself. Nobody would be your friend if you talk to them the way you talk to you. Unrealistic expectations that we are placing on ourselves. The bondage of perfectionism. It is the weight of being too hard on yourself. And let's just create an atmosphere of vulnerability and transparency. I am right here with you. Is there anybody watching this where you are honest enough to admit, I am too hard on myself? Hand raise emoji of your.
This shower head changed my life. If you haven't switched to ion drops yet,
is the become a gardener. It's written. Core belief. Jesus is showing us how to fight. I think this is why before Jesus' ministry really kicked off, after he got baptized, got affirmed by the Father, this is my beloved Son, in him I'm well pleased. He was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted. I believe it was on purpose to show us how you fight thoughts that aren't yours is by having core beliefs. That is what Jesus kept on saying. It is written. It is written. It is written. It is written. This is what I choose to believe. See, I want us to have core beliefs so you can admire somebody else's beauty without questioning yours. I want us to have core beliefs so we can admire somebody else's ministry without questioning what is God going to do for you. Tough. I want us to have core beliefs so we can admire somebody else's business without resenting yours. I want us to have core beliefs so that you can experience someone without getting lost in them. So many of us have lost ourselves in people and places. But when we have core beliefs, I recognize that there is it is written belief that I have in my heart. So no matter what they do, no matter what they say, yes, it may bother me, it could even hurt me, but it's not going to cause for me to shift how I view me. Core beliefs. Core beliefs. This is a game changer, y'all. The reason we're so bothered by other people's thoughts about us is because we don't have it is written. The reason you doubt yourself so much is because I don't have it is written to help me combat that. The first defense of not allowing what they think to become what you think is by having core beliefs. So many of us have so many battle scars. And if we be honest, if somebody were to ask us who caused them, we would have to say, I did. I'm battling me. I am battling me. Why are you so hard on yourselves?
Amen. We are all so hard on ourselves. I know I'm very hard on myself. Like, my husband's really hard on himself. I have to get on him sometimes. We're our biggest critics. And, I love that. I love this message. Just, having your core beliefs and knowing what God says about you and not what the world says about you. Just not getting caught up in the anxiety and stress. Because I know I can beat up on myself, and if I don't do something right, I'll dwell on it. I'll dwell on things from last year I didn't do right. And I know that's not what God would have me to do. But, being human, man. All right, y'all. I love starting off actually the everything with inspiration. It redirects my thoughts and all that, so I can get that out the way. But let's get into this news and see what is happening. I know Britney Spears got a DUI. Yeah. Britney Spears says she is open to treatment. A lot of her people, the Free Britney people, are regretting freeing her. Gavin Newsom trolls Noam over her firing by Trump. Yeah, Kristi Noem got fired. Mama June says she doesn't have cancer. Eva Menendez's favorite thing isn't Ryan Gosling, it's the kitchen. I be forgetting Eva Menendez and Ryan Gosling are still married. They going strong. They say Britney swerved into the road of oncoming traffic. That's how drunk she was. Lionel Messi and the team visited Trump at the White House. Britney Spears spoke to her mom and her sons. Meghan McCain and Tommy Loren said Kristi Noem only cared about her looks and not about the Department of Homeland Security. Yeah, Britney need help. Terrence Howard says his temper tanked his Marvel career. I can see that. Terrence be on some other stuff. Just listen to him talk sometime. Patrick Beverley did an interview about his arrest with the NBA sports betting. Yeah, the Free Britney advocate said we were wrong to help her in her conservatorship. You think? The girl probably needed it for a reason. Everybody don't need to be off of it. Let's see here. It's going to be all the news about Britney. So this couple was on The Amazing Race, and Jonathan and Anna, and they are suing CBS for $8 million. They say they painted him in a bad light. He painted himself. He was very short with his wife. Very I mean, maybe they got a lot of clips, but he gave them that ammo. I mean, he definitely was not the most patient with his wife, and they didn't make him say these things. He said them himself. Savannah Guthrie visited the Today Show and just gave an update on her mom, and she's holding on faith. Hopefully they found the mama. It's still so sad. The View is arguing over the Iran war. My mom is the only person I know that still watches The View. Queen Latifah is alive. I guess there was a rumor going around that she wasn't, which is crazy. NCAA men's basketball coach is accused of being a pimp in an alleged multi-state operation. Wow. He was pimping. What he had going on? Kevin Mays, ex-player for Roadrunners, who later joined the staff as temporary assistant coach, is facing 11 criminal and misdemeanor charges, including felony pimping, and after investigation triggered by a shocking anonymous email, the head coach received a message in August titled Important Message 911, claiming Mays has been trafficking a girl since May across several states. The sender warned in all caps, "Fix it or the whole staff will fall." Barnes forwarded the tip to the school HR's department, which passed it along to the University of Police, which sparked a broader investigation that ultimately led to his arrest. They say the woman identified was advertising SMEX services in Sacramento and set up a sting operation posing as a client. The woman allegedly told police Mays was her boyfriend and that he regularly covered hotel rooms, rental cars, and flights tied to her work. Police say they arrested Mays shortly after a search of his car and apartment allegedly uncovered multiple pew-pews, large stash of drugs while a search for his phone reportedly revealed hundreds of images of, dang, he was really getting locked up because he had like explicit photos of minors. He had only been hired by the program in June for about $3,000 a month and has pleaded not guilty to all charges. He remains in jail without bail and was terminated. The scandal sent shockwaves through the school, I bet. I mean, he was, wow. I thought it didn't get worse, but it got worse the more I read. This poor TikToker unalived herself due to bullying. Lewis Hamilton says he'll keep racing till F1's back in Africa. Zendaya's still happily married. Logan Paul, NFL players line up for $1 million fight. We want the smoke, so Logan Paul wants to fight NFL players. Is he gonna fight Tom Brady? He's been like beefing with Brady. Is that why they doing it? Is Brady investing in these fights? Congressman Tony Gonzalez said he had an affair with his staffer, but God has forgiven him. Cardi B's Little Miss Drama Tour, Nicki Minaj's sister and Stefan Diggs' mom attend her show. Jessica Simpson's getting a divorce from her husband. Warren Moon says he's not surprised that Stefan Diggs got dumped by the Patriots. He brings too much baggage. Most of it's not, honestly, there's all these players have like so much baggage, man. Billy Porter recalls being passed away for 3 days during life-threatening sepsis infection. Billy is so dramatic. Shiloh Sanders takes an L in legal court as judge allows $250,000 NIL bankruptcy dispute to move forward. I mean, his daddy could pay it. Donald Trump says Americans should worry about possible Iran attacks on U.S. soil. Meta sued after investigation found contractors reviewing smart glasses footage showing nudity in private moments. Content creator Jessie Wu says she's self-deporting back to Canada. Ex-Louisiana mayor found guilty of having sex with a teen at a pool party offers no apology and plans to appeal. Matthew Knowles weighs legal options at the viral interview. Walkout journalist now shares his side. Dr. Headley and Maryland Married to Medicine officially qualifies to run for U.S. Congress. Go Heavenly. CBS Morning producer Shauna Thomas announced a surprise exit from the network, says she tired. Now 50 Cent said he gonna do a documentary on T.I. and Tiny's sex assault allegations. Listen, y'all know 50 is petty, and he would do that. But I don't know 50, because T.I. them got a good settlement. I don't know if you want to mess with them on that. They're pretty good at that defamation stuff. They good at getting out of that. I don't know if you want to open up that can of worms. Abbott Elementary is renewed for season 6. United Airlines says loud devices could get you kicked off. Listen, if you don't use headphones, I am in agreement to kick them off. Because why aren't you using headphones? And that's your kids too. I know they want to listen today, but you got to teach them plain etiquette. I'm sorry. They got to learn. All right, let's see. I don't know why this did that, but let's see what I liked on Reddit. Yeah, United Airlines can now ban passengers who don't wear headphones. House Democrats move to impeach Pam Bondi. Trump says Kristi Noem lied to Congress about getting his approval for her $220 million campaign featuring herself. People who were teenagers before social media existed, what was life actually like? It was fun. I'm glad that our stuff wouldn't. I would not want to live during the social media era. Online bullying, just who don't like who, the messiness. No, it was fun. Like, we only knew what was happening at school. I mean, there were some people that went what they would call viral and had to switch schools, and whatever secret they were leaving followed them. But that was just a phone call or a pager. It was nice. People in long-term relationships, what's the secret to making it work? Just compromise. I mean, I still get excited to call my husband and tell him about my day, and I still get excited to see him even though he thinks I don't have the time. Like, no, I be missing my husband sometimes. Our schedules are so busy, so we don't see each other all the time. So when we do, I miss like laying on him, snuggling with him. Like, you know, I feel bad if people don't still have that, like, get excited to see your spouse. Like, I like seeing my spouse. What comedian can make you forget all your problems and laugh like no one else? I got a few favorites. Definitely like Dave Chappelle. I like Bruce. Cedric Entertainer, when he's actually really funny. I liked him. Earthquake. I mean, I like a lot of comedians, man. I like Bill Burr. What are people saying? I know most of these people are somebody said Cat Williams. Cat Williams is not funny no more to me. Somebody said George Carlin, Norm Macdonald, Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle. Lots of people saying Dave Chappelle. Louis, Chris Rock. Chris Rock is not funny, sorry. Bill Burr, Matt Rife. Huh? Women or men of Reddit, do you plan your trips around your menstrual cycle? I've actually left up and never got my menstrual cycle on vacation. I don't know how God, knock on wood, but it's never happened. And I love that for me. What's the spiciest gossip you know? I'm going to read theirs. My mother recently told me her boyfriend's daughter recently broke up with her fiance. She caught him cheating. The woman he was cheating with is the owner of a daycare they've been taking their two sons to. He is the one that suggested that home daycare. She originally had another one in mind, but went with his choice. So basically, they've been paying his mistress to care for their kids the whole time for like 3 years. My old roommate befriended a married couple and they ended up in a throuple together. 6 months later, the original wife was out the picture and the old roommate became engaged to the husband. A few years later, they're still married with a couple of kids. Some of these is too long. An ex-coworker of mine just got married to one of the bosses from my old workplace, and it wasn't the one he was cheating with on her husband with. It's another one. I just found out from the fiance, but my buddy is cheating on her with her best friend. A guy at work lives with a 62-year-old woman and her daughter. The guy's 23. Hey, rent is high. He got a method. My 6-year-old daughter the other day was like, "Did you hear the news? Emma got stung by a bee." Oh my, is she okay? Little girl already know how to gossip. A guy I know walked in on the HR lady giving a guy a BJ during his performance evaluation. He said they both got big raises. Listen, it was, I worked in offices where there was a lot of office romance going on. Lots of romance. Flings. My cousin is not my uncle's biological child. My cousin probably doesn't know. At least he didn't. And when my mom let it slip years ago, none of us knew or had the heart to bring it up, especially not the cousin. Doesn't really matter. But when we found out, it was like... News posted a robbery of 3 young women smashing and grabbing 10,000 of lingerie from Victoria's Secrets. 2 of them are my students. What are you going to do when they come back to class? My fiance's dad is 56 but just got a 26-year-old pregnant. My fiance's 25. My dad is the CEO of Nintendo, and he says The Simpsons are going to be canceled after their movie. I don't know about that, but... My friend is pregnant with our other friend's ex-situationship of like 4 years. A friend doesn't know. These could go on forever. What is something you thought was great until you actually achieved it? I think just like, I think a lot of people that like get college like education and stuff, although they love it, the hindsight of the debt and this is just like, was it really worth it? Somebody said becoming an adult, being a manager, becoming a senior manager, getting to the center of a lollipop, a large ice cream cake, becoming a special needs teacher is harder than I thought. A lot of people get into jobs that they think they might love and they don't. I think every job, people don't realize you get burned out on. Like, it's the job you wanted, but they're all jobs at the end of the day. Somebody said working from home, COVID ruined their fantasy. Yeah. What was the most brutal reality check you ever got? Just like how you can be there for people and they won't be there for you. And you can't even really get mad about it because it's what you expect from people, but it's just like, dang. A few years ago, I was very judgmental. One time I remember meeting this very sweet woman and I said in my head without thinking, I'm glad I don't look like her. Not even 5 minutes passed and someone walks up to me and goes, you guys look alike. You could be sisters. That's funny. Thought my relationship was getting bad, but we could work through it. Kept fighting to make us work. Walked in after work to him balls deep in my best friend. Dang. That there will come a day when your loved ones won't be here anymore. It happened 8 years ago today. Realizing my best friends from high school literally never texted me first after graduation. Like, not even once. Took months to accept they just didn't care as much. Realizing that someone can love you and still not be good for you. I spent way too long confusing attachment with love. The reality check was understanding just because it hurts doesn't mean you should stay. And that's one of the hardest things that people have to realize. You can't outlove some people that are bad for you. What hobby screams this is my entire personality? I would say like fishing, people that are like professional bowlers that like, some people just get like extreme into their hobbies. Like everything, every outfit, everything has to be that. Somebody said owning a Harley, CrossFit, owning horses, grilling. Grilling is, I mean, you have to take that serious though. I'm gonna let that one pass. Gardening, golf, yes. Pickleball is so stupid. Influencers, running. Yeah, when people take their hobby serious, it's like this everything. They're down to their clothes. Everything is just, this is their personality. They're checking their resting heart rate all the time. So this is silent burnout. My husband, 36, broke up with me, 41, the day before our first wedding anniversary, just after Christmas. It was completely unexpected since it had been a dream-like relationship for 5 years and completely out of character for my husband. The breakup followed 2 days of heated discussions about a possible baby. And he argued that we were already so stressed, how will we even manage? And before that, we had been exhausted from work and not having had any holidays from August to December, amongst other things. An inheritance case, constant questions about whether or not to buy the house, whether he should buy himself into a practice. He was on the fence about it all. He is also a hypersensitive person, neurodivergent, and he has had at least one burnout. I believe he may have had another burnout, which ended in him quitting a job. And before he quit one before he had another one. I think maybe he struggled with being a dad. All of it, he found it to be too much. Then the actual breakup happened 2 days after a heated discussion about baby number 2, where he tries to convince me that it would be too stressful, argue my case, and all of a sudden he sat across from me, cold as ice, like totally different person, and said he doesn't want this anymore. Massive insults followed by a total character assassination. The stuff I'd never heard of, cannot even make sense of. I am a cold person, a cold mother. I'm too chaotic. I don't drink enough water, and I don't do cardio. Very out of the blue, Twilight Zone type of moment. Totally did not make sense to me. We had plans for the day after breakup. 4 days after, he was looking forward to 4 months. After that, we had holidays, books, etc. We had been looking at property for days before the breakup. Now I'm sitting here wondering what was even happening and if it could have been. I think you just missed too many red flags. And that's the thing, like in marriage or in relationships, people be having their own agendas. Something that might be good for you might not be good for them. And I think you missed the red flags of the person like being overwhelmed and then they just snapped on you. It was probably like, he probably was like alluding to unhappiness, and I'm not saying it's her fault, but like he was pretty much quitting jobs, doing all this, and you talking about a baby, like that's overwhelming. And men just they can't handle all that stuff. I'm not saying men aren't strong, but we be having our own agendas, they be having our own agendas, and if you can't compromise or meet, especially bringing another baby into the world, if he was already stressed out, that was just not a good idea. I mean, I think he snapped on you because he just was angry, but I think you missed a lot of red flags, my love. Somebody said he doesn't want children at all. Somebody said it didn't come out the blue. It's in your second paragraph. You just don't care about anything else that's going on. I mean, that's pretty blunt, but I'm like, I hate siding with the man, but I feel like you missed a bunch of red flags and you just wanted that baby. Like, and there's nothing wrong with wanting kids, but you have to now you would have had to raise, thank God y'all didn't have another baby, because like he would have been out the picture. Like, sometimes you got to make sure that people are mentally ready for that. Like, me and my husband, we have things that we like that he would not want to live my life of chaos, and I wouldn't want to live his. Like, we do things outside of each other that's just for us, but I don't expect him to join in with me on some of the things I do and vice versa. Like, that's just a lot. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to wrap it up. Comedy is on the way. Y'all have an amazing weekend, and I'll be back on Monday.
Dismiss. Are you white? I didn't know what it was. She could have been like Puerto Rican or something. You never know. You mostly Swedish? Oh, you extra white. That's lit. It's like white on top of white. That's lit. I'm scared of white women. I have a big phobia. You said why? Yeah, it's just, y'all, you too, man. It's scary. I know y'all think y'all are safe, but it's just, y'all are too protected, you know what I mean? Like, a white woman could walk up to a cop like, officer, and the cop will be like, shh. He murdered you. Like, could you imagine if black women were as protected as white women? It'd almost be like feminism was real. I am mean to white women on stage. I'm trying to go like, when I first started doing stand-up, it was a problem. Like, I get off stage, people be like, you funny, but I think you hate white women. And that's not the case. I don't hate white women at all. I don't got no ill feelings. If anything, I'm inspired by white women. I aspire to be a white woman. I wish, one could dream, Oh, it'd be fucking lit. I'd be a trans white lady right now, dog. It's a great life. This is fucking lit. Seriously. You know why? Because white women use their privilege for good. They do. You do. All jokes aside, like, they use their power of protection for good. Like, let's think about this. The Me Too movement was started by a black woman, right? Nobody gave a fuck. One white lady jumped on, every dude in this room is canceled right now. It's fucking amazing. That's why I want white women to start getting shot by cops. I'm not saying kill all white women, okay? Two. If the cops shot 2 white women, they would get rid of police. Seriously. Could you imagine Twitter? Pumpkin Spice Lives Matter. They'd be marching in the streets. Say her name, Barbara! This is one of my favorite jokes I ever wrote, if I'm being honest. Because it divides the room, you know what I mean? It does. Like, I look out and black people are like, kill those bitches, kill. And white people are like, my mother's white. Which is fair. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is an offensive joke. I'm sorry. But I don't know, is it? It's not really offensive if you think about it. It's too unrealistic to be offensive. You know what I mean? It's like getting mad at a cartoon. Like, a cop would never shoot a white woman. I go as far as to say I think it's scientifically impossible. I'm not saying he wouldn't try. I just think even if he did, the bullet would be like, There's levels with my fear, you know what I mean? Like, the scariest type of white lady to me is a drunk white woman, very scary. Like, blackout drunk, oh my God. Like, I couldn't imagine waking up next to a white girl and she doesn't remember the night before. You know what I mean? Like, she rolls over in bed, she's like, how did I get here? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what I say to that. I probably have to hit her with the same shit. Like, if she was like, how did I get here? I'd be like, how did I get here? Oh my God. Why is my ass hurt? He must have got us both.
Why they got you sitting in the aisle, fam? You don't want to, you can sit on the... Oh, it wasn't no room. Y'all together? No, do y'all know him? Y'all don't even know him, so you just sitting in the aisle for no reason. This chair, like, you can sit in this one and sit back? Huh? It's water on it. I'll move this chair, bro. Can y'all get this man a proper seat? He just sitting in the aisle. Wait, bro, we free. We ain't got to live like this no more. They just got him in the aisle. He's sitting watching sideways. It's water right here. I'm going to just sit right here. White dude like, man, why am I in this V? I don't want to be in this V. Like, dude, I'm scared to say something. Hopefully the host says something. Yeah, you could just slide over. Oh, she got strong knees too. Never mind. It's a lot going on. It's a whole lot going on. All right. I thought you was Shamar Moore from the Tyler Perry movie. I didn't know who you was at first. Remember the Tyler Perry movie with the braids? Didn't he slap somebody? Never mind. All right. Everybody good? Listen, man, I'm in a good mood, but I got a chip on my shoulder. Ladies, can y'all help me tonight? For real, listen, I need y'all honest opinion. I've been arguing with my wife all week. Okay, not arguing. We've been having growth moments. That's what it is. It's a growth moment. But I've been going through it with my lady, and I need to talk to y'all. So, ladies, if you have strong opinions about what I'm saying, feel free to chime in. I'm not even lying. Like, if you want to say what you got to say, please let me know. But I've come to the conclusion, I feel like most women don't like peace. I feel like peace is upsetting to your soul. Like, just to sit there and not say nothing, you're shaking your head already. You're ready to argue. I can already tell. I feel like you hate peace. Like, okay, so I'm not gonna say my wife is a nag. She's a noticer. She be noticing stuff. Fellas, anybody with a noticer? I've noticed, babe, listen, I've noticed that, okay, so last time, do you hate me? Like, what are you talking about? Y'all hate to see us relax. Just noticing stuff. And I don't know, I just feel like y'all just like arguing. I feel like y'all do, because here's the thing. I hear a lot of women, matter of fact, let me ask my first question first and we'll unpack everything, all right? We'll unpack it together. Ladies, who can tell a woman what to do? In the world, see? No woman. Who can tell a woman what to do? Jesus. You don't even listen to God. Get out of here. She got 2 drinks on the table. Jesus. Fellas, if she don't listen to God, you don't stand a chance. Listen. Take a walk with me for a minute. Who gonna tell a woman what to do? Y'all don't listen to nobody. Because let me explain. If you want a partner, if you don't want a man and you hate men, all men are trash, this ain't the conversation for you. But listen, if you single or you got a man, but you want a man, in order to get better, you got to do partnership with somebody, right? But who can tell you what to do? Because every man here, we know our circumstances. Every man here, look, if you're an unattractive man, ain't no makeup you can put on. You just got to sit in your ugly. You got to come walk out the house with your factory setting. Hopefully a haircut will help. That's all you got. You know what I'm saying? If you short, you just got to start making money. That's it. You just like, hey, life is not giving me the results I want. Let me get some money. Like men don't have, we have not, listen, all you got is what you got. You can't hide your hair. You're like, my hairline ain't working. Let me throw this hat on. You can't wear that at work. Like, you got to sit in your ugly. This is what it is. But who gonna tell a woman what to do? Because I feel like y'all don't want peace. I was having a growth moment with my wife. And my wife, she noticed a few things I did at the end of the day. Randomly told me all the stuff she noticed. And I'm sitting here like, hey, I got my tool belt. How can I fix it? Because I went overload. I feel like men want peace and resolution. Women want to be heard, see if you care, and chaos. Like you don't want the peace. You don't want an answer. You just need to be heard. My wife was telling me a bunch of stuff she noticed, and my brain I was buffering. And she's like, why are you quiet? And I was like, well, I'm trying to fix what I did wrong. I got to play it in my head. I'm a visual learner. I'm in my head recounting my steps to try to figure out what I did right. And she was like, well, you ain't got to fix nothing. I'm like, obviously I do, because you're telling me all the stuff you noticed. She was like, you don't have to fix it. I'm like, I do have to fix it. I know I can't fix it now, but I need to process so next time it won't happen because I remember my steps. Does that make sense? For men, makes sense, right? My wife was like, you don't have to fix nothing. Why can't you just listen? I'm like, I'm trying to listen, but you keep noticing stuff and giving me a list of stuff I need to get right, and it didn't work. My point is, y'all don't want peace, you want chaos.
Booking.com has stays for absolutely anyone. Imagine you're a merman. You find a beach resort for your mer family with a plunge pool, a wave pool, and yoga. What? Mermen do yoga too. If a merman can find their perfect stay, anyone can. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
Okay, and who said I'm wrong? Who said I'm wrong? Okay, I'm wrong. At what point did you realize that you don't have all the answers to your test? Because apparently every woman in here got the answers to every man test. Every man in here know what you don't do right in your relationship. Every man in here know. But ladies, do you have a clue? Do you have a clue what your man say about you when you're not around to his boys, when he can really say what he want to say? Do you have a clue, or do you know everything? Example, when I first met my wife, I hated the way she dressed. Absolutely I did. Here's the thing. Women, you say you want a certain type of man to make a certain amount of money. When a man make a certain type of money, he come with boundaries. He come with certain requirements. If a man if you making faces, listen. If the man you want has a certain requirement, you gotta listen to him. Does that not make sense? No, I'm okay with this. I'm okay. Because y'all would take boundaries from a man as a personal attack. If a man say, don't raise your voice at me, I'm not dealing with this. You like, so now you're my daddy? Like, we can't talk through this? Because you don't know, the dude you sit next to, you don't know him. You don't know how many bodies he got under the ground, but you yelling at him. This man got bodies. You, as a black man in America, you yelling at me like it's okay? I'm trying. I need to get through it. Back to what my wife, listen, when I met my wife, I didn't like the way she dressed. I mean that with my whole heart. Let me tell you why. Because when I proposed to her, she went out with her friends. I'm like, when she with me, you can be as sexy as you want. Matter of fact, when you go out with your girl, she can be sexy. But all your friends are single, and I need to get you home. I need to get you home. We all know dudes are crazy, right? Aren't dudes crazy? I said, I need to get you home. I said, look, it's 3 B's. You can do 2 of the 3. Booty, belly, breast. You can do breast, booty, booty, belly, breast, booty, booty, belly, breast. Give me 2 of the 3. I'm not telling you can't wear it, but give me 2 out of the 3. All your friends single and ain't getting married never. So I'm telling you, I need to get you home. When I tell you we argued about this, we argued so long. You know my wife was like, I'm not dressing like this anymore after we had a kid. She's like, now I'm a mother and I feel like I shouldn't be dressing like this. I'm like, so when I told you, when I was a vessel, and I told you this is not okay, you thought it was cool. But we argued about this. Ladies, y'all in here real quiet right now. I'm talking to you. If you don't believe what I'm saying, listen. I'm like, look, all your friends are single. I'm engaged to you. I need to get you home. This is all I'm saying. You want a man to lead, but you can't listen to him. Is that what it is? He leads you, but he can't tell you what to do. Right. This is what, lead. That's why he quiet. Okay, cool. All good. See, y'all don't want peace because your logic is not about resolve. It's about chaos, all of it. Example, ladies. Why do y'all take breaks with men? Men take breaks. Y'all take breaks. I was dating this girl. She was like, I can't do this right now. I need a break. She said, I can't do this. I'm overwhelmed. I need a break. When we took a break, I went back in the streets. I called the band up. I said, look, band, we're getting back together. Then, when we got back together, my girl was mad. She was like, why would you sleep with other women? I said, first of all, how can I fix us when we're not together? I didn't ask for the break. I didn't ask to be away from you. And you told me you needed a break. So when we took a break, I broke. You can't give me recess and get mad because I'm playing. You told me I can have recess. Ladies, looking at your face. You got some, what's your face? What's that face? No? Can't take a break? You can't sleep with nobody else? I know a couple that legit broke up. They was married. They got divorced because he played when she gave him a break vacation he didn't ask for. How can I fix us if we're not... Ladies, y'all real quiet right now. I need you to talk. How can I fix us if we're not together and I didn't ask to be away from you? Huh? This woman said, meditate. Chaos. They don't want peace, see? They don't want peace. Because you know when you're married, you can't take breaks, right? You play like you practice. So if I'm standing here trying to talk it out with you and you shut me down and be like, I need a break, how can I fix that? Ladies, I can't hear you, huh? Huh? You break. But hear me out. You in a relationship and you ask for a break that I didn't ask for. So why even take a break? No, but did you not hear what I'm saying? You're repeating what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. I'm saying, why are you breaking if we're in a relationship? It's not a ooh. I don't get what the ooh is. Huh? No, I'm married now. I got a whole wife. Because my wife didn't leave. She stayed. We work it out together. Okay. Also, ladies, why must you yell to get your point across to a man? Because we don't listen? But how does yelling help? And has it ever worked? Stop, let me cook. So yelling at a man gets the best version of you. Because sometimes, no, I'm saying if you yell at him and he finally does what you want to do you think that's the version of... But my question is, why yell? Like, has it ever worked? It does work. So if you yell at him, you get the results you want. That doesn't sound toxic at all? Let me explain. Ladies, strip clubs are always open because that's the only place in the world where a man can go feel special, because usually they don't hear it at the house. The amount of money we're willing to spend at a strip club is not just for the money. Like, we're willing to spend that kind of money because that's the only place where somebody will make us feel like they like us, and we'll take fake love, then real love, and then go home to you and deal with you. It's not we talking through it, right? I told you I need your help. Strip club, go ahead, please, let's go. Let's go, no, go ahead, let her talk. Go ahead.
Now, are we being disrespectful or are we raising our voices? Now, if we're being disrespectful, then that's where, I understand what the strip club thing. But if so sometimes...
Booking.com has stays for absolutely anyone. Imagine you're a musical-obsessed couple. You book a dazzling hotel in the Big Apple, 5 stars, with a balcony for your big solo. If Broadway buffs can find their perfect stay, anyone can. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards, but did you know we print everything you need to brand your business? We print banners and signs that help you stand out, and must-have merch like tote bags, t-shirts, and hoodies. Right now, new customers can get 20% off with code NEW20, because if you need it, we print it at Vistaprint.com.
Sometimes when you raise your voice...
Being firm, being passionate, completely understand. Now, I'm not saying that, but yeah, yelling at somebody. Example, when I first met my wife, I told her, we had an argument, she yelled at me. I said, don't yell at me. I said, my dad is an alcoholic and my mama loud. My mama speak with the cap locks on, like she don't know how to. I said, when you yell at me, I can't protect you and the little boy inside of me. So you gotta pick one. Now, when we have hard conversations, she can be firm, but she can't yell at me. She adjusted. This woman right here like to yell. She keep her high beams on all the time. That's what she said. She get the result she want. That's why he not talking. He holding her hand right now. She's squeezing his hand. She's like, shut up. I'll yell at you right now in front of all these black people. Shut up. Put the glasses on and shut up. We sitting in the front. I don't want to sit in the back. I want the real black experience. Shut up. Y'all ready for a great show tonight? That ain't everybody. Y'all ready for a great show tonight? And ladies, listen. Ladies, listen. I'm leaving the door open. I really want to know if you got a comment or criticism about what I'm saying, I want to know. Because I want us to be better. I'm not just talking just to talk, but I do feel like y'all don't want peace. I feel like y'all don't, matter of fact, every woman in here got a magical man in their head they feel like they deserve. That's why you turn down 20 dudes in one day. You like, ew, he below my standards. I'm settling. It's a dude in your head you feel like you deserve. But if you met the man that's in your head that you deserve, would you believe he is who he is, or would you still have a few questions? Isn't that terrible? Isn't that all y'all, even Cutie Pie, questions? You don't believe in the man in your dreams. So how can the man you with be the magical man in your head when you don't believe in him either? So let me get this right. You 30 and got your own place. This is your place. Your name is on the lease. This ain't your mama. This is your place. Right. So this is your car. It ain't your mama car. Ain't no AKA tags on the pack, huh? You paying, this is coming out your direct deposit. This is your car. Right. So no other woman in the greater Los Angeles area think you belong to somebody. She wouldn't show up right now, see me talking to you, and try to fight me. Right now. And you don't have no kids that you know of. He gay. Ain't no way. Stop. Don't touch me. Go find a parade. Stop. Go find a parade. Y'all ready to have a great time tonight? That and everybody. Y'all ready to have a great time tonight? I'm your host, comedian Ron G. I promise you it's going to be a great time. I just need to work through my set, and I want to hear your opinion. Ma'am, I appreciate you. A little angry, but I appreciate you. Surround sound. Love what you're doing. Appreciate you. Bless him. Bless him. Ma'am. Toxic. All good. Listen, but we gonna have a great time tonight, man. Show some love with DJ Sidekick on the ones and twos.